welcome to Storyboard. I'm Shibani Gharat. Tata Power had recently rolled out a film that makes a strong push for clean energy. Conceptualized by Rediffusion Brand Solutions, the film effectively conveys our collective indifference towards the treatment of our planet while making a plea to all to love Mother Earth and embrace a sustainable lifestyle and thus be responsible towards a cleaner, greener future. And it is also part of their Sustainable is Attainable campaign. To tell us more about the campaign and how do they plan to take it forward in 2024, we are catching up with Dr. Praveer Sinha, CEO and Managing Director of Tata Power, and Pramod Sharma, National Creative Director, Rediffusion Brand Solutions. Dr. Sinha, let's begin this conversation with you. Sustainable is Attainable campaign, which you launched. Tell us more on how it has panned out over the past 1 year and how do you take it forward as we step into 2024?
Sustainable is Attainable is an initiative that we did jointly with Network 18 and really appreciate the type of support that they provided to take the message right across the country in different languages. The initiative rolled out for nearly 1 year. We saw a huge amount of traction both through the electronic media, through the social media, and especially amongst the children and youth, that how they can also participate and things are not so difficult or so cumbersome, but things are something which they can implement in their lives. And I think that gave us the inspiration that we need to continue the messaging, and the narrative continues to be there that sustainable is attainable and we need to give our bit to bring clean energy solutions.
So what do we see going forward? Pramod, if you can give in your inputs on that.
I think we have planned a whole year cycle. This is what we're going to do this quarter, and this quarter. A lot of activities, like we're doing a lot of stuff which are not only pertaining to Tata employees, but it's to the whole of India. So for example, even to schools, even to kids, we are doing a lot of things which are taking this campaign forward.
Correct. And Pramod, we over the past couple of years have seen several brands, several organizations speak about a sustainable future. So there is sort of a clutter when it comes to speaking about sustainability in advertising, in communication. How do you break that clutter? How do you stand out from the usual narrative that we have seen otherwise around sustainability? What are the challenges there and how did you go about this one specifically?
So I think, when we started thinking about this, we said it can't be a one-sided thing. That was the first thing. Okay, we have stole this thing, okay, sustainable is attainable. Okay, what we wanted to do was get emotion out of it. What happens? When I switch off the light, when I switch on the light, there's no emotion. When I put the tap on, there's no emotion. When I'm driving my car, and the fumes are going out, there's no emotion. Okay, no one thinks, I am worried about the planet Earth. What we wanted to do was get emotion into it. If you see the whole film, it's all about emotion. It's all about a lonely globe, roaming around here and there. And people are actually not taking care of it in that.
It's almost that they're passing the responsibility and passing the baton from one person to the other.
I would like to thank Dr. Praveer Sinha for that. He once told us, everyone is passing the buck. Okay, so that's what the we embedded the idea into it. Yeah, this is my world. No, I'm not going to I'm not going to save energy. Shibani will save the energy. Okay, Shibani won't save the energy. He will save water. He will not save water. Ye kar lega, ye kar lega, ye kar lega. This guy will do, this guy will do, this guy will do. This my neighbor will do. No, that area will do. So I think we are falling into this kind of trap.
Correct.
This is only not my problem. Okay, someone else can also do it. That's why you see households, they can live in one cars. They have 3 cars, 4 cars, 5 cars. But if you are responsible, say no, this is my problem. Okay, then we can have one car in a house and drive this.
Yeah.
So that was the whole idea behind it, and also a call to action, which was embrace, love, switch. What we wanted to say was embrace it, love it, and then switch. You have to get that switch angle into it, because unless you don't switch your ways, unless you don't switch your mind, this will never happen.
Yeah. Dr. Sinha, we spoke about Tata Power and its role, and how you guys are driving conversation around sustainability and clean energy. But overall, if you can also give us perspective on the sector's contribution towards, driving this energy transition.
So I think the country took a stand, and Prime Minister mentioned in Glasgow that 2070 we will have net zero. But before that, in 2030 itself, 50% of our energy will be from clean energy sources. And I think the capacity addition that is taking place now in clean energy, whether it is solar or wind or storage or pump storage, is towards how do we bring an alternative to the present way in which energy is being produced and consumed. And I think it is very important that we transition, and we transition much faster. And as corporates, as people in the power sector, it is very important and incumbent on us that we drive the change and the transition that is happening. And you would have seen that I think in 2020, we took a stand that we will not add any coal capacity. We will only add new renewable capacity. And this requires a very, very bold initiative on the part of the company, because coal has been there for many years.
Yes.
But we said that we will bite the bullet and we will take it forward.
Yeah, my next question was exactly going to be that, because I can see like a clear push towards sustainable future from Tata Power, but you also have the conventional offering, so that quite puts you in a strange position. So how do you strike that balance? How do you go about it?
So in 2015, we had just 16% of our total capacity, which was clean energy. This year, we have 38% of our capacity, which is clean. And by 2030, we'll have nearly 70% of our capacity, which is clean. So what is happening is that as and when some of our coal assets complete their life cycle or complete the contractual obligations, they will get decommissioned, and the new capacity additions will only be the renewable and the clean energy solution. So I think it's a question of transition. These are not that you stop something, because we need to find an alternate. The world needs energy. The country needs energy.
So gradual transition.
So it has to have not very gradual, a little faster. And I think the country has taken a very, very ambitious target by 2030 to have 50% of our energy coming from clean sources. So I think we are on the right track. And some of the other new technologies, especially the smart grid technologies and the smart metering and all that, where we are also telling the consumers that how you can use energy in a much more responsible way, so that you do not waste energy, and the information that is being given to them on real-time basis will support them in taking a decision that they can also drive this sustainability initiative or clean energy initiative. So I think both conservation, utilization and supply has to work in tandem, and everyone has to take ownership of it.
Correct, correct. Dr. Sinha, since we are catching up right at the start of the year 2024, also if you can share with us, your outlook for the year.
So I think one thing is very certain, that the energy requirement is increasing. It is not only increasing in terms of the industrial or commercial or residential, but also in transportation. And we have seen in mobility also the energy requirement is increasing, because the country is growing and is doing very good. Now, having said that, it is important that we come with alternates. So in mobility, the electric vehicle and the charging infrastructure that needs to be supported is something that we are working on. And we definitely want that we give alternate solutions to the consumers, which are not only clean energy solutions, but are also affordable, and they are in large quantums, and there is no shortage of energy, and the growth that we are facing should not get hampered because of the less energy supply. So I think the country in 2024 will do exceedingly well, as it has been doing in the last few years, and I think the pace will only increase. Clean energy solutions will get more of emphasis, and there will be more of investments that will happen in clean energy. And I think the timeline that we have set for ourselves of 2030, we need to work little more. I wish we had more than 24 hours a day, but I think we need to work continuously 365 days.
Yeah, so 50% till 2030 and net zero till 2070. Also, if you can give us your perspective on the overall power sector and how moving forward, what can be done to meet this increasing energy demand for the country.
So I think one thing is certain, that today clean energy solutions are much cheaper. The only challenge is that clean energy today is transient. Solar is during daytime and wind is in the evening and night. So how do we package it on a 24/7 basis based on the requirement of the customer? So some of the storage solutions, battery storage will come, some of the solutions on pumped hydro, and many of these solutions which are still in works, especially the SMRs, the small modular nuclear reactors, those also needs to be worked on. So I think a comprehensive view has to be taken in terms of putting all these solutions together and thereby offering the customers not only clean solutions but also affordable solutions.
Affordable solutions.
Because energy is something which everyone uses, whether it is in urban areas or rural areas. And I think Tata Power will be right in the forefront in driving most of these solutions in the country. And we feel very, very gung-ho about the opportunity that is there in the country in next few years to implement many of these initiatives.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today. Thank you, Pramod. Thanks for joining us today. It is time for a short break. On the other side, we have Karthik Mohindra, Chief Marketing Officer, Pernod Ricard India, speaking about the launch of their new brand, Longitude, and the rise of Indian single malts and more.